Hi everyone, today. It's been a long break. And Happy New Year everyone. So we're just gonna do some usual puzzles is always some of my go-to when I'm feeling bored and I don't feel like studying. But when you do feel like playing chess and you're not just moving pieces in a game or you're playing a bullet, I think the chess.com lessons are really good. So I think we actually might go through these today, but first let's go through our puzzles. Okay, so saying I can win a rook. Well, what do we look for? Checks, captures, and attacks. Well, let's look at some checks. Okay, so we have here, and here. That's our only three checks. Okay, if we go here, we just blunder our queen. If we go here, just blunder our rook. So what if we go here? If here, go here. There's a mating net in 3. So if you go queen e1 check, then king d3, queen e2 check, king c3 back, then queen c2, and the white queen and pawn stop the white king from escaping. But what if you go here? Again, same problem. You go here. If you go here, it's checkmate. And if you go back, you have the same problem. So, I believe I did not take that into account. Okay, I actually did not take that into account. So, we have two ideal checks. We have rook here, rook a2, queen a2 check. If rook a2 check, rook a3, then you have queen c2, and you lose a rook. And just win the rook, winning the game. The bishop can be lost in this position. I don't see how yet. Let's find out. So, we have this position. White has doubled c pawns, while black has doubled h pawns, and black is up 1 pawn. But this pawn looks dangerous. What if... Okay, checks, captures, and attacks. Okay, let's look at rook a7. Check. Okay, king captures. Nothing much. We have knight b5, no good because you just blunder with the knight. So what about knight b5? Go here, here, or here. Okay, so if knight b5, rook, king, knight b5 check, king d8, then d7, you block, check here, and you check to force away from the control. You go, suppose here, you promote, and you win the bishop. Okay, so what if king b8? So it's a similar story. c7 check. Well, okay, what do you think we should do? What if about a rook b6 check? And if it goes king a8, we have c7, then c8. Once you get like a knight here. But I don't feel like that works, because if rook b6 check, king a8, c7, it just controls the square. Oh, but you're threatening b8 checkmate. Okay, so if you go here check, rook b6 check, king c8, then c7, you can pick off the bishop. Okay, let's just retry that. So what if we went c7 check? Apparently it is the correct move. I believe it's because you just win the bishop. I'm so silly. You just win the bishop on d6. Sometimes you overcalculate. It's okay. So we have this. We have down a pawn in the exchange, but it says we have checkmate. I see. How many checks do we have? We have 1, 2, and we have 3 checks. Sorry. So, okay. If we go here, I think black can sacrifice, and you have. So now you're having 2 knights against 3 pawns and a rook. So that is probably losing. So what if we have this check? King g4, h5, h3, king h5, g4, king h6. No. Okay, what if, oh. How about a knight f7 check? If king g4, you have h3, which leads to h5, g4 check. King h4 doesn't look correct. Let's check here. King g4, h3. Do we have a knight? Do I call a knight f4 checkmate? I think I call a knight f4 checkmate. Or just even a pawn checkmate here. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Okay, so I can win material. So what do we have? Okay, we have an uncastled king against the king. We have all pieces except for 1 pawn exchange. Wait. Is that down 2 pawn? Up a pawn? I believe that's up a pawn. But so just play bishop g5. Okay, let's see. I believe the intention here was if I move the queen, suppose here, you capture. Bishop captures the knight here. So what if queen d6? Queen d6 would be a knight here, because this knight is pinned. So you have to capture here. Okay, I'm confused. So just play bishop g5. And we see there's 2 free queens. So what do we have? If g captures h5, bishop captures f6, then rook g8. What do we get out of it? Nothing. We even lose a pawn here. Oh no, we lose a piece. So that doesn't work. So what if we sacrifice our queen for the piece? We sack. Just take this. We have knight captures, pawn captures. A few complications, and that's how you solve it. Okay, checkmate. A puzzle for checkmate. Okay, so I see we have a very strong control over this f-file. F-file. And I'm thinking, what if we captured here, here, here? That doesn't work. So how do we do this? Some sort of sacrifice? A queen sacrifice? Just throwing some ideas. What about... Okay. So, just captured pawn on d5. What do we do? What do we do? Okay. Okay, let's see what we can do here. So, let's analyze. It says the position. So we're down a pawn, but we have the bishop for the knight in an open position. We have superior control of the f-file. Black's pieces are weak, passive. We have a very strong queen, doubled rooks. This knight's not in the action, but this bishop can easily come in and possibly, like, if it could capture here, it could be, it could be a fatal attack. You never know. But, okay, so our king is very safe because, and I don't feel black king is very safe because we have lots of pieces eyeing at it, and this square is especially weak. So, thinking about these two are weak. What if we played rook f7, threatening 2 checkmates? If you capture, you just recapture. And that's just stoppable checkmate. Very strong. So, that's it for the puzzles, and I want to actually show you a lesson. So, I've been working on Philidor. So, Black's bishop g4. I've actually studied this because my friend plays this a lot. If you capture, you can't capture because wait. So after captures, you captures, then you trade queens, stop the pin, then capture here, attacking the bishop, and this f7. It's down a pawn. Yes. So you're meant to play bishop takes f3 so you're meant to take. So now you play queen takes. This is what I play normally. So this is a fork. I see these 2 points are very weak, so we play queen b3. Pawn more features to develop. So queen captures on b7, and you just win a pawn. Black didn't play GM's fine, boards prefer when go in trouble. What should white play? Okay. What if we capture, sack the knight? Oh, that doesn't work. Okay, so it takes back. So what other? Just try captures. It is. Yeah. Then you just. Oh yeah. Okay. So queen trade. No, that's not it. Oh, what about queen h5? Yeah. Okay. So how do I threaten mate? Well, this f7. Queen d5. Now, how do we keep the attack going? What if we played knight there? No, it's not it. I believe it's just bishop captures. Then just checkmate. It's pretty simple. So, I actually want to analyze that. So, this is very normal. But you have to play queen d5. You defend, then you capture. You're not meant to capture that. But there's a checkmate. So, a good line you could actually try against your friends, but you could try. Let's try another one. Okay, let's see what is this. Feingold recommended reaching a Philidor fence after a d6 move forward. Okay, so it's not the best. What is the Philidor like? Well, so e4. Let me open another tab. So we have Philidor, e4, e5. Okay, so you're meant to play e6 normally. So what if we also played an e6? No, okay. So what else can we try? Okay, so we can target this pawn. Then we just play here. Defending the e5 pawn. Knight here. Okay. Because the problem is, if you went knight here. Okay, let me just... Knight here, you would have... Okay, this is not a bishop. This is a knight. Okay. Knight c6, then d5. Now, it kicks away this knight. And white has very strong central control. A bad bishop. I don't like that bishop. Then I have to come back. But it's far better just playing knight bd7. Now white plays bishop c4. Okay, we can see that white has a very strong center, preparing to castle. What can we play? So let's compare white's and black's position. Okay, white has a strong center, like I said, preparing to castle. One undeveloped minor piece, very active pieces, compared to two not active pieces. Has to castle in 2 moves. This queen has no activity, and the pieces are a bit pushed back. So, what should we play here? What if we play g6, preparing to fianchetto? So, I see bishop c4, and then I'm thinking, that bishop looks weak, so what if we play knight b6? Okay, that's not it. Okay. Captures. Playable. It's better to keep developing. We have only just bishop. Okay, so bishop b7 was apparently the normal fiddle fence setup. So you guys can take that away from this video. How should black handle white's capture on e5? Capture back. Okay. I think it's kind of obvious. It's forced. And some people, what I disagree with people is they say when there's a queen trade and the king has to recapture, it's bad. But I agree with the computer here, because there's no queens, there's a less chance of a mating attack. And if there's a less chance of a mating attack, it doesn't really matter if it's uncastled or castled. And if it's not castled, suppose white's king was here, black's king is here. Who would make it to the center first? So we have 1, 2, 3. White's king's over there with his rook and 3 pawns. You have to move the pawn out. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So black's king is actually faster here. Okay. We can see from this position, white played an overly aggressive f4, attempting to take the center. How should we respond? Well, when you usually play, you don't try and attack the queen with this, because white has f3, and it's just a tempo solidifies the center. So, but what if we just played it now? It's not. Okay, so since white is slightly better. It was always better, but okay, so what if we looked at some captures? Okay. Oh, okay, this is kind of like a Scandinavian here. And we play bishop here. Okay. The queen is out. Black, I could say, at least equalizes in that position. So how can white demonstrate downside of e5 move order? No, black's 1d5 move order. Captures. So now, black captures on e4. What do we do? What if we developed and also attacked the knight, like bishop here? No? Okay. Knight? Okay, that's not it. It's pretty tough. I don't know, some of you know it. played captures. No, not captures. So, what do we think here? How can I benefit from this knight? We can see this knight is weak. Can't be easily defended. So, how can we exploit that? Okay. What if we tried a queen here? It is, okay. Now, how do we develop a piece with another threat? Bishop c4. Okay, that makes sense. So, what else can we play here? What if we played a knight? No. What? It says develop another piece, so I was actually thinking of knight g5, which is wrong. It's actually thinking this mate, but you can see black goes back to e6. So I'm trying to develop with a threat. What if I just threaten to take this knight? Okay, no, that's not it. What else? Bishop g5. Okay. This is the last challenge of this lesson. How can white take advantage of the pinned bishop on e7? Capture it. No, I'm kidding. That doesn't do much. So what if we capture here? And what do we do now? No, you don't capture. We can't capture here because this queen is hanging. So what can we do? Okay, let's see. Okay, so it says, what should I play next? So earlier here, it said to take advantage of this, so we captured. Now what do we do? Oh, what if we just develop? From here, let's check the analysis. What the evaluation bar says, and it says it's better, plus 0.7, and we can see all lines here very strong. And white has more activity compared to black, and you could always queenside castle here. You never know. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching.